Hello guys, I'm back at you again with another YouTube video, once again on DoorDash, which will be this bag right here that I use every day before my shift. I just set up a schedule for 12:30 to 1 o'clock, which is only 30 minutes. Yes, I get that, but the cool thing about it, a lot of times when you log on to start your shift, when you get your first ding to go to your first pickup, a lot of times as you're in the process of getting that, you can hit the button and it'll give you more time. It can be anywhere for maybe 30 minutes to 4 or 5 hours later that you can schedule your shift. So in actuality, instead of it being from 12:30 to 1, it can be from 12:30 to 5 or such and such. My daughter's with me. She's always with me when I'm doing my DoorDash. That's my little helper. She likes to ride along with me, and it's awesome because she gets to see what Daddy does behind the scene. What I like. Okay, besides having the bag, you're having your second phone for GPS purposes, or in my case, a lot of times I let my daughter use this phone to watch her YouTube videos. Okay, all right. When we get everything set up on the other phone, I also have DoorDash on this platform as well, on this phone. So it's running in both of my phones, but I specifically use this cheapo phone for GPS purposes 99% of the time, because it takes the stress out of the phone that I normally use for my personal calls and stuff of that nature. Okay, now it says the schedule, which is from 12:30 to 1. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's right there on my phone, right there. So if you can see that, okay, so once you get into 15 minutes prior to your shift, like 12:15, 15 minutes before your shift, it'll let you log on, and it'll look something like this. It'll have Dash Now. Okay, so before you do that, you want to make sure you have every piece of equipment that you need, your bag. You also want to make sure that you also have your DoorDash card, which is this red card here. Very important to have that, because some of the restaurants that you go in requires this card, to pay for your food. And always, when you go inside of a restaurant that requires this red card, it's always as credit. It's never anything else. You run it as credit. Okay, and that comes in a starter kit, which I received after I did my background check, which was about 5 days to about a week. I think mine came around 5 days. Okay. Another thing that's very important, you want to make sure you always have a nice amount of gas in your gas tank, at least a half a tank, depending on how long you're going to be working, because you never know. I've had trips that I had to go from one end of town to 30 minutes just to pick up the food. I know it sounds outrageous. It's probably 99% of the time because we didn't have enough drivers in the area, and I understand that. But me, I'm a go-getter hustler. You're not going to make money sitting around trying to figure it out. It's either you do or you don't. It's one of those situations. It's either sink or swim. In my situation, I like to swim. So, okay, with that said, you want to make sure you have gasoline. You want to make sure you have your cart, and also make sure you have your bag. Make sure you have plenty of water or whatever it is. You want to make sure you had already went to the restroom. And then when you're ready with everything, this is what you want to do. You want to go to your phone, hit dash now. It'll say enough gas. Most importantly, another thing I failed to give you guys example on, make sure your phone is fully charged. Very important, because you're going to be taking one of your phones in to swipe it every time. You want to make sure you do a checklist of all your items that your customer is ordering. Make sure everything's in a bag. If they didn't put napkins and all that, make sure you do that. You put the napkins in a bag. I know it sounds like a bit much, but it really isn't. Just think common courtesy. When people deliver food to your home, would you want to make sure that all those things are in your bag once you get your food? Of course. So, and then another thing, which we already mentioned, the red card, which is the credit card, and the hot bag. So once you get those 4 things and you checklist those 4 things, you're all set to go. So you want to hit start your dash. Okay. Okay, so it's saying Walmart, which is not very far from here, maybe 5 minutes, give or take. It's not always right around the corner, the pickup that you're going to have, but that's the hot spot. That's the area that it wants me to go. We just picked up our first one. $5. Okay. And I know you guys can hear that right now. Let's kill that noise, guys. Okay. Now, okay, we're going to hit, I was thinking about hitting the GPS. We're going to hit the GPS. Okay, we're going to hit the directions. I know exactly where it's at. It's right around the corner from where we're sitting now. Okay, we're putting our seatbelts on, safety first before anything else. It says 9 minutes. So we're driving. We're taking off, guys. We're moving. That's our first order for today. Aren't you excited? I am. This is what I do day in, day out. This is one of many things that I do. Okay.
Head southeast toward Vandalia Street.
There it is. The GPS telling us turn by turn. Okay. Okay, here we go. Well, we're in the process of going whenever we get a break. Okay. All right, guys. And we're off to go pick up our food. So it's going to tell us turn by turn where we need to go. And
take the next right onto East Park Avenue.
I missed my turn, but that's okay, because I know an easier way to get there. If you already know where to go, that's fine. A lot of times the GPS doesn't give you the best way to go, and that's fine. If you know your area, which you should, because where you live, then you can always turn here,
turn right onto East Clay Street.
Go a little bit further, and something of that nature. Okay, it's pretty simple. It's really simple. You guys ever have a question, a comment, or anything that you want to know from DoorDash? I've been doing it now since December of 2018. It's really simple. It's really simple. It doesn't get any easier than this. I mean, it's one of those things. It's really simple to the point that you don't even have to think about it. It just like tying your shoes, you know. So we're going to go and pick up this order really fast. It's saying now that we're like 7 minutes away. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Kind of lost my phone. But we're back on track. It's telling us to go a little bit further down the road and make a right turn. So we're creeping. We're creeping. My little helper in the back, she's just playing on her other phone, so she's just being quiet right now. So we're still en route for that first pickup. It's so cool when you get that first beep and it's like, oh, okay, where do I have to go pick up this food today? And it's like, oh, okay, you go here and pick up McDonald's. We have McDonald's to pick up, so it's cool. So with that said, we're going right to our pickup spot. For some reason, this other phone is giving me a hard time as far as the GPS staying on there, but that's okay because we know a way to get there. And I really don't need the GPS. I'm just trying to do it the right way to show you guys what I go through every day. If there is anything I can do to make it easier and to help you guys, just leave me a comment in my box or whatever, and I will try my hardest to help you guys with whatever question it is that you have. This is the most awesome job to have. You have no one standing over you. You work at your own pace. You get people their food, and you get it to them in a timely manner. Professionalism. You know, you don't want to go with your pants sagging. You don't want to wear clothes that are like 2 sizes too small, or you don't want your pants hanging off your butt. You want to make sure that you look presentable. You want to look like someone that you would want to bring you your food. With that said, you want to have the proper mannerism, which is very important, because you don't want somebody showing up at your door with your food that don't know how to use the proper grammar or behave correctly, because it all goes in cahoot with what you do for a living. It's all about presentation. You're not going to get rich doing this, but it's not a bad gig to have. I can tell you from first-hand experience, you can make anywhere from a couple of $100s a week to $1,000 or better a week. It can be done, but you have to put in the time. With that said, me personally, I don't mind sharing it. I average, you know, anywhere from 4 to 500-ish per week, which is not bad. But I do more than just DoorDash. I do other things as well. So, you know, and just like the old saying, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. You want to stay busy. Life is too short to sit around and wait for something to happen. You have to make it happen. Okay, so we're getting a lot closer to our pickup spot. Okay, we're going. Okay, guys, bear with me. We're almost there. We're about 2 minutes away from our first pickup, which is McDonald's. I know it's not the really fancy restaurant, but it's okay. Money is money. It doesn't matter how quick you get it, as long as you get it. I'm determined, and when I put my mind to it, I make it happen. If you want something to happen in your life, you have to get out there and get it. It's not going to just fall in your lap. Okay, guys, we're approaching McDonald's, and as a matter of fact, once we pull up, I'm going to tell you guys what we have to pick up out of McDonald's. That I did not tell you guys. So, I don't want to leave you guys in limbo. It looks like our customer's name is Chris. We don't want to say anything too much information, but at the same time, okay, it looks like Mr. Chris has a vanilla shake, a Diet Coke, a baked apple pie, also a triple cheeseburger and a hamburger. $12.15. Okay, this situation, when I go inside McDonald's, because I'm not going to do it through the drive-through. 9 out of 10, it'll tell you if you can do the drive-through. A lot of times you can do the drive-through when it's late at night, but this case, it's only 12:30 here where I'm at. So, you know, it's one of those things I'll have to go inside and pray that the place is not super crowded. So, we're going to go inside and grab the food and pretty much go from there. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the drive-through is looking pretty darn busy because it's lunchtime right now. And we don't want to make that mistake and get in that drive-through line. We'll be here forever. So, you guys hang tight. I'm going to run in and get my food, and I'll be right back.